Hello. Happy Saturday, everybody. How goes it? Mr. Clive wanted some love and now he's almost asleep in my arms. He's like, I'm just going to chill out right here, right now. Exactly. Happy Saturday, says Tina. Hello, everybody, says Linda. Deborah says she's live from work. She's from here, from work. Patsy says hello all. Kathy, hi everyone. Raining in Southern Ontario. It was earlier too. Actually, they canceled the Hillsburg Family Fun Day. It rained. It poured rain here this morning. So it's canceled. We got cars going up and down. There was no party, no classic cars, no nothing. It's all right. I don't know if they've moved it to something else. I didn't see anything up on Facebook, so. Hello. I saw the other ones too, and I'm sorry. Hello, if I missed you. I missed you. I'm saying hello now. Hello, all 38 of you at this very particular moment. But there's always more that come in. See, Mr. Clive says hello. What's up, Bubby? He was looking for some lovin', so I thought, well, why not? Let's give you some lovin', and then maybe you won't claw my leg like you did the last time. That was a little shocking. I wasn't quite expecting that. The block of the mother quilt looked behind. Thank you so much. I had to go sideways so it would fit. I said to Pop, our world's a little wonky today, that's all. I like it. It turned out fantastic. There's not another one in the world like it. And I had a lot of fun putting it together, and it was nice to be able to say, whoop, check on a UFO from 17 years ago. So, and it's not going to haunt me anymore. Holy cow, the thunder is wild in Ottawa. Yikes. Yeah, we didn't get any thunder this morning, but the clouds sure did open up. I went to go rush to get the chickens out, and they were like, are you kidding me? I'm like, well, whatever. Door's open. You do what you want to do. So Mr. Clive says, hello. Are you ready to go, buddy? I got work to do. You probably can't hear his little motor because I put the mic up on the other side, but okay. Bye-bye, buddy. See ya. I'll put you on the ground gently. There we go. Oof. Get some of your fluffs off me. You're not late, Wendy. Everybody just got here. Everybody's just getting here right now. It's all good. All right. Okay. So if anybody goes and orders this pattern, just so you know, in the instructions/destructions of this pattern, of the Prism Quilt, it says in preparation. Remember we were talking last week about how many of what and at what size. We discovered that this is the correct size that we just need to print out. We just needed the number of which ones we need because this is paper piecing. We have to use each piece to build out our quilt around, obviously, right? Here's, oh, there we go. It's actually in the small camera here. So we need to paper piece every single one of these blocks except for the border and the outside part to be able to make it come together. Other than that, it's not going to happen, okay? So as I'm at Staples waiting for them to open, and I thought, well, just to be on the safe side in case I make a boo-boo, because I'm not perfect, I'll ask for double and double. Okay, so whatever they said for template B, which was 6, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. It's their wording, not mine. Make 12 copies of Foundation A template, 12, which I did, and 6 copies of Foundation B. But if you go to the pattern here, if you go back here for a moment there, Pop, we discovered that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 actual A's that are necessary, or B's for this project. So we needed 12 of B and 12 of A. So I'm so glad I got more copied just to be on the safe side. Now, there's really no room for error at this point because I have no more B's. I have 12 more A's though. So I wasn't very happy. Hello, Miss Helly. Hello, happy you're here, my beautiful friend. Hello, Miss Sassalette from Australia. She's dark 30. It's in the wee mornings. But she's in the future. It's okay. She's our knowledge from the future. What can you tell us today, Sassalette, in the golden ball? What can you tell us today, Donovan? I'm glad to be here. Had a power outage yesterday. Lasted almost 3 hours, after which had no cable, phone, or internet for another 3 hours. I'm so glad cable got. Oh, excellent. Thank goodness. Actually, we had a internet outage. When did I say pop? Was it yesterday? Thursday. I think it was Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday. And we were out for about, I don't know, 2 to 3 hours or whatever. And I was so happy that Pop bought me like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit and Harry Potter, all those CDs a long time ago. It was nice to be able to just pop it into the computer and away I go. I went and watched, and jammed out to Lord of the Rings. So it was good. Put the dukes up. Put your dukes up. We're just kidding. No one's getting maimed here. No one's getting maimed. Okay, so I have cut pretty much what I needed to, except for 4 bits of fabric. So we'll get to that, though they're not necessary for putting template B together at the moment, but we'll cut everything. So here's what's been cut so far with their appropriate alphabet number, or alphabet according to where they need to sit out on the pieces of paper. And here is what is left over. That's a lot. I'm telling you, if you want to buy a kit, you're going to get 2 for 1. Most likely 2 for 1. There's actually quite, and I even made sure I wasn't mistaken. I triple, quadruple checked this before cutting, because this seemed like quite a bit extra. That seems like quite a lot. Like, that's like, seriously, are you kidding me, Batman? We're like just shy of 12 inches. So, and with the fabric, that's a lot. You could do a lot with that. I know, isn't it, Wendy? Like, well, okay, the black, I understand. Okay, the black is supposed to be for the binding. Okay, so don't maybe count all that in there, but there is some, and then the rest, and I'm not even finished cutting it. There's at least for a baby quilt, if not like a lap quilt making some sort of funky pattern. Or you just want to cut some more if you can, and use these as your pieces, but they're different colors. I don't know, make some pillows to match. My goal is a purple quilt, but shiny object LL, I bought fabrics and a pattern for 2 pillows instead. I hear you, girlfriend. I hear you. It's like, ooh, what was that? Ooh. I hear you. Just think, all next year you're going to be able to see all the projects that I've been working on, and it'll come into a nice, beautiful, scrappy projects. You know, week after week after week. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to start fiddling with some of these fabrics for next year, incorporating them. Hello, Niku. Happy you're here. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. So what's everybody doing today? What is the show and tell today? I don't know what we got going on. Well, just to note, if you want to do this pattern, you need 12 and 12. Okay, it does say 6 and 12. You need 12 and 12. Okay, it's not going to work. So we're going to cut the last little bits that we need. What did I do with that? Oh, here we go. Here we go. We're good to go. I had it ready. Which is, we got a few of the same sizes. They're just a little bit down the alphabet. Trying to make my pattern for house is tiny. Trying to make a pattern for my tiny house. For my house is tiny. Oh. Working on daughter's wedding dress. Hello, very nice. I like that. Watching you rock it out. There you go, Deborah. You're so funny. Taking the fur baby to get groomed later today. Oh, Sophie hasn't been. She's very persnickety. She gives me the old what for. I even clip her nails because I'm afraid how she's going to react to somebody else clipping her nails, you know. So because she's very soft and gentle to me and a lot of other people, majority of the people, but it's just like sometimes, you know, you just never know, especially when there's nail clipping involved. Okay, so this is fabric O. It's got that beautiful owls in it. Remember that, and we need 4 of 3 1/4 times 8 1/2, which is 8.26 centimeters times 21.59 centimeter strips. So we need 4 of those, and then we need 4 3 1/4 inch squares because that's doing the whole border outside, right? So we need first 3 1/4. So it's 1, 2, 3, coming over a quarter. 1, 2, 3, and then the quarter right here, lining up via the ruler and my mat. And it says I only need 4 of those at 8 1/2. So what we could do is we'll take this, we'll take that seam allowance, we'll shift it over just a smidgy. But when we know when we're trimming, we're getting that seam allowance as well as that little tiny fold that's over there. And we'll see if we can get an 8 1/2 out of this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 1/2. Oh, for sure. All right, so let's do that. Making sure not to account the seam allowance because we don't want that. Okay, so that's 4, 4 1/2. Let's just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 1/2. And before we make that final cut, check back to paperwork, and we need 4 of them. And yes, that is that. So that is O. We'll transfer there. And then again, we need 4 of the 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So we need 4 anyway, so we might as well cut a strip. And there's always going to be a little bit left over. He does better for a groomer. Oh yeah? Really? That's good. That's good. I was telling Bob about I was trying to brush Sophie because she's got this like very furry undercoat and there's been big tufts coming out, and I've been trying to get it out of her, and all last week because it was so warm, it was trying to work its way out. And I just said to him every time I'd brush her back, and then she'd be like, okay, roll over on her back, and they'd give me her belly. Well, the belly's not furry as much as the rest of her. So I'm like trying to encourage her, stand back up so I can brush you, and then she's like rolling over. This is not a game, darling. I'm trying to get the hair out of you. All right, so again, we need 3 1/4. So we're going to 1, 2, 3, and then with the measurement, 1/4. So that's our extra bits going in our pile. That's our extra bit going in the pile. And now you can just do 2 cuts off of this to utilize it as much as possible. Obviously, don't count the salvage. Don't ever put that in a project. Nobody needs to see that little white strip on something. Could you imagine? That's no, that's not. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Do not include the salvage. Cut it off. All right, there we go. So that is O. That's our 4. Let's reposition our little tag here so we don't get mixed up. Pop that in our bucket. Now, peachy orangey colored. And they're little ladybugs. Little tiny ladybugs. They're so cute. I love it. Do you know the grooming tool called Firminator? That's the best way to get rid of all that wool. Really? I'll have to look it up. No, clipping nails on my dog. He is like a... Well, I've had to just tell her just to calm down. Because I'll try to be very casual about it. I'll sit on the deck steps and she'll lay beside me, and then I'll have it in my hand and I'll pet her and I'll grab a paw and I'll and then she's just kind of looking at me like, we just need to do some trimming, because I can hear her. She does this tippy-toe tapping at night, especially if the cat's up here and starts to meow at like 3:30, whatever, because he thinks we're going to let him outside. That's clearly not happening. And then I can hear her tippy tapping around, and I'm like, okay, we just need to nip those down just a little bit. So she's only on the pads of her feet, not the nails. But her nails are all dark and it's hard to see, so I go very gently and a little bit at a time because I don't want to hurt her. That's not my thing. I don't want to hurt her. All right, so Q, all right, is these right here, and we need 4 at 3 3/4 times 10 inches. Are we going to get that out of there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, we could by the hair of our chinny chin chin. Okay, so we get that out of one cut, and then another cut is going to give us our 4 that we need of 3 1/4 squares. Okay, so here, let's move that over. That is nice and squared up there. All right, and then we need 2 cuts. Moving that over to a straight line. Let me take this out or I'm going to run into the paper. And I like to save it as much for fabric right now as possible on the blade, so before we move to the paper piecing part. And 1/4, 3 1/4, correct. All right, there again is another big strip. Like you could even just use that for, I don't know, log cabins. You know, you'd have 5 or 6 strips around on a scrappy quilt. I think that would be kind of cool. And in a way, they almost kind of look like a skull if you put them this way, upside down. If you're looking really quick, it looks like a, you know, a 4-eyed skull. But, you know, whatever. It's up to you. All right, so we'll stretch this out to make sure we're getting our 2 10-inch cuts, because we don't want to be shortchanged on anything, and we want to make sure they are bang on. All right, so that is Q, and we need 10-inch. Yes, it is. Okay, so 44 to 34 is 10, and 34 to 24 is 10, and that is our 4 cuts. Next is 4 of the 3 1/4 times 3 1/4. So again, off with the salvage. It's off with their heads. No, I'm kidding. Off with the salvage parts. And then move it there. And get your 1/4. And then we got our 4 cubes. There had to be a pin around here somewhere. There we go. It had to be. Did I put it away? I know I didn't. I couldn't have. I'm not that organized. There we go. See? I found it. All right, so that's Q. And then we just have R and I, this beautiful blue. I saved that for the last because I thought it was just so lovely. I loved it because it looks like just waves on an ocean, but very, oh, the camera's freaking out. Maybe, can I cover half of it? Will it not freak out so much if I covered half of it? It just reminds me of like the Asian sort of, there we go. That's not bad. It's not freaking out there. Doesn't very Asian ocean, dragons, koi. I don't know. It just really reminds me of that sort of thing. I really like it. So it says making waves. Isn't that pretty? There we go. All right, so let's cut this one here, the last little short one, which is R, which is 4 of 3 3/4 times 10. Which is 9.53 centimeters times 25.40 centimeter strips. And then we, of course, need 4 3 1/4 times 3 1/4 squares. Okay. Because all those little squares are forming our outside border. Greetings from hot Arizona. Actually, it's been warm here today, too. Though it rained, very moist. It feels very damp in the house here. It feels very damp. Oh, what did I miss about Linda Lindsay? I missed it. I'm sorry. Well, that's awesome. I'm happy whatever's going on. If Pop's happy, I'm happy. We're a 2-for-1 special. Hello, Denise. What's going on, Miss Denise? All right, R, making sure we're not making any boo-boo cuts. And we need 3 3/4. 1, 2, 3 3/4. Okay. And then we need 4 strips of 10, and then we need another 3 1/4. Okay. Oh, don't want to cut that. 3 1/4. All right, so those will be the squares. It's off to the side. Oh, geez, that is hot. Holy bananas. Holy bananas, what's going on? 90 degrees, 108. Jeez, it's crazy. All right, so we need 10 inchers, right? So we need 43 to 33 is 10, and 33 to 23 is 10, and that's 4 of them, and we're rocking on the R. And then, of course, we need the 4 of 3 1/4 times 3 1/4. Mm-hmm. 1/4, and shift that up just a smidgy widgy, and there, and there's our 4. Tuck that right underneath the R. Okay, and this is to the extra pile, extra pile, extra pile. Last is I, last is I. Hello, Deborah. It's 3:20. I know. Sassalette's one of your homies too. Well, if I'm allowed to say that. I mean, you know, you hang out on the same island. It's a big island. I know it's a big island. It's a huge island, actually. But yes, we have a few, and we have Margaret. Margaret's there, and we have Jenny. She's there, and we have quite a few. And I know I'm missing some, and I'm terribly sorry because I'm a brain farter, and I apologize. Hello, June. From the not hot UK. Yeah, you guys had quite the little heat spell over there. You guys aren't used to that. I figured you were melting. All right, I is a big cut. So we need 8 of 3 3/4 times 10, which is 9.53 centimeters times 25.40 centimeter strips. And then we need 8 2 3/4 times 6, which is 6.99 centimeters times 15.24 centimeter strips. And then we need 4 3 1/4 squares, which is 8.26 centimeter squares. All right, so our first cut needs to be 3 3/4. 1, 2, 3 3/4. And we need how many of those? 8. So we're going to need 2 cuts because that's no way that's going to do that. That's only going to do 4. All right, and 1/4, or I mean 3/4, here we go. There, so that'll do our 8. And then we need a 3 1/4 for our squares. Correct, yes we do. And then we need 6 strips of, well, we might be able to get that out of that. Let's see where that takes us. All right, let's get our 8 first. Our 8 strips of 3 3/4 times 10. These are inches I'm talking at first. I'm trying to help out with centimeters because they're written on the pattern, so I'm trying to help out. Hopefully it's helping people. If not, well, I'm terribly sorry. I failed you. All right, so we need 10 inches. So 48 to 38 is 10. And then 38 to 28 is 10. So that'll give our 8. And then we just need our 4. Hello, Diane 57. Hello, Diane 57. That's okay, Linda. You're right on time. Anytime you're here is right on time. All right, so 3 3/4, right, to make our squares to go around our outside border pieces. We're cutting our last little bit of fabric here. All right, so that's that. Take that there, and we'll pin it onto here, and then we still need, it said 6. Here, let's fold this over to get our 2 3/4. No, we're not gonna get 6. Bugger. Oh, oops. We'll try and get the best we can. Maybe we should save that for a piece then if we know we need to cut. We know we need to cut. So let's just do the 2 3/4. Okay. All right, now line that up in a nice straight line and use it to get our 8. Well, part of our 8. We actually may have to use that back. Let's take that back here. All right, so it's 2 3/4 times 6. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Definitely, so 2, 4, 6. That's not going to give it to us. That's not going to give it to us. So we'll take it out of this piece. We'll cut our 6 first, and then we'll cut our 2 3/4 from that. 4, 5, and 6. 2 3/4. There we go. That is quite a bit. It's quite a bit of fabric left over. All right, so we should have, at this very moment, to my knowledge, all the pieces cut. Let's just hope. So there's our project box. And there's our leftover section. Not including this black because it is supposed to be for some of the binding. So I'd say only just a smidgy would be left over, I think, because I think it really plays off the whole quilt to have it as the binding. So it's definitely going to have to be on there. So, but that's a lot. Look at that. You tell me what you can make with that. And we're talking some good sized chunks here, you know. Even the purple. You know, there's a few of them in here that I did pretty good. Like even the blue, you know. Lots of fun happening in that. Time to refill the iced tea? Oh, I think it's time to sit down and have myself a little sippy sip. Oh. Whew. All right. Now, from here, after you've made your copies, you do not use the originals. Put the originals back in the envelope, so if you ever want to use this pattern again, even with your scrappy stuff, you have it, okay? So don't go tossing it out. I'd save those, make enough copies, so you can use that, okay? And a couple extra in case you make boo-boos, okay? Or the pattern is wrong. Which it is. No, I have strawberry juice today, strawberry cranberry. That's what I have today. It's kind of watered down though, because I put some ice in it and some water, so. It doesn't look cute, it's a little sideways though. We're angly challenged today. What a difference of what to use and what to put away again. Is that what you mean about the scrappy, or the leftover bits, Ellie? Is that what you were talking about? Beautiful colors in there. I love the purples, like the purple with the owl is so pretty. Yeah, so much scrap. I know, and just think of it'll all be visible on next year's projects. It'll be fun. It'll be so fun. Mine is Lady Grey Ice. Oh, I've had Lady Grey. I prefer the Earl for some reason. I've had Lady Grey though. She's a little bit too floral for me. Aren't they? They are very yummy. And I still, again, like the blue, this black. Hopefully the camera won't freak out. It is so cool and funky. I just love that fabric. Isn't that just the neatest of the neats? It's exactly like the blue. Exactly like the blue here, but the blue on blue. That's like black with gray or something like that, or cream or something. But isn't that just I love it. I totally would love that as the backing. Very pretty. I love it. It's my favorites. My favorites. Hello, Donna. I have a Pepsi Max. That reminds me, where's Pepsi Girl? Where's Viv been? Maybe she's been busy. We're thinking about you, Viv. It's not the first or the last or the 18th time I've thought about you, so it's a lot. Hopefully you're okay. Thinking, sending positive thoughts your way. What's we canned pears, plums, and blackberries today? Oh, I love canned pears, canned plums, Do you sweeten your blackberries or do you find them sweet enough? Any mail? Oh, that's a good question. Thanks. We actually do have two little ones. I checked the mailbox the other day. Hold on. Thank you, Sassalette. You're a show saver, let me tell you. Oh, actually, more than that, because we got some patterns from Nadine. She sent me some stuff from magazines that she was clipping out, and I really love a lot of the stuff that she sent me. She clearly knows me bang on. Linda Carter from Scott City, Missouri. She sent me her little block. Here, I'll put it in the camera so you can see it. There we go. So thank you. And Heather, I got Heather's, and I still have to mail everybody's. I'm such a dork. I apologize. I love this one so much. It's a bus. It made me giggle so hard. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, OMG, I am in love. I am in love with this block. Aren't they just the cutest? So what I think I've decided to do with this, because I did get a lot donated. I believe it was Dawn. Oh, I hope I'm not messing that name up. From Alaska. Beautiful, generously lovely lady who sent me many bags full of these sorts of photo thingies. So I thought about seeing if I can do a couple with I don't, maybe some, I don't want it black. I don't want it black in between. Like there has to be some sort of sashing to segregate them all out. Oh, there's Heather. Thank you, Heather. Thank you. I love the bus. Makes me so happy. And thank you for your block too, Linda. You're a beautiful cardinal. Here we go. We'll tuck that there. Oh, and then like I said, some patterns from Nadine. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to show them, but I will anyways. Oops. Cover that. But that's some really cute ones actually. So this is from Quilters and Company Quilters. That very cute one there. She just, you know, ripping out magazines, which I have to do too. So very colorful. I have a whole, like 2 big containers, Ask Pop. It's actually pretty much on my list tomorrow as we're taking a break from the shop work. I love this one. Love it. And I could see it in a scrappy fashion with scrappy oranges and yellows and purples and stuff just to make it along the way. Like paper piecing it on the scrappy level. So I love that one too. There's, oh, I think it's this one here. Yeah, it's this one. The one with the browns and the blues. It's quite pretty. I know, isn't it beautiful? Quite a lovely little pattern. If anybody's interested in any one of these, let me know either by color or something. You know, this is okay. The star with the darks and the plaid looks like here, and I will give you the information that's on the bottom of the piece of paper, and you will have to just go to the magazine and pick up the pattern yourself. And this is Love You to Pieces. It kind of looks like a chopped up 9 patch, but it's a bit different. So it's very busy, but it's cute. It's great scrap buster too, because they have you doing, you know, 4 inches and 2.5 inches and strips and stuff, and you can always mix and match. So yes, thank you very much for that, Nadine. That should keep me out of trouble for at least a little bit. A little bit. All right, let's get some of these paper piecing going here. Here's our first one. So I'm going by the instructions of the project. We are supposed to be making houses. A little crazy in that I love to know. A little crazy that I love to mow. I don't like the ride on. I used to like push mowing. I don't like the ride on though. It doesn't thrill me at all. Hello, Steph. Happy you're here. I love the rainbow one too, the star one. Yeah, love that. And I could see that really being a scrappy sort of, give it that more depth and texture as you're working the colors around in that big star. I could really see just busting stuff, even chopping it up to make more of that color pop or scrappiness as it's going along. I could totally see that. Like to contemplation, for me it's the most stupid job in the garden. Oh, I'm not a big fan of gardening. So I don't mind growing stuff. It's the whole weeding thing that gets so boring. I'd rather sew. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. So it says first is make foundation blocks B, which I figured I'd just start off with. Why not? It's a nice good triangle. We can work from there. Blue, yellow, make 4. And this 4 more equal 12. So who's wrong here? So, and I did count on the pattern to see whether we needed like 4, 4, 4, you know what I mean? And they are in each corner, so you need 4, and yeah, so it is right. But the pattern says you need to own 6, but you do need 12. Okay. So first off is going to be color M. So let's dig all our colors we're going to need out for this block, which is F, L, J, M, K, B, A, and S. Okay, so let's get our stuff together and get those ones out here. Ready to rock. We need some S's. Okay, those I know right here. So let's get one out. Just get one out because we know we need that. E, and we know we need an A. So the A is going to be, I'm assuming, the bigger strip here. Yes, here we go. Should be there. And you're going to end up with a lot left over from this too, because with paper piecing you have to allow for that flippage, right? So all right, let's tuck that back in there. Hopefully I did that right, because that's way too long. That seems way too short. Okay, so B. Do we have a B in here? Yeah, we have a B. Everybody give me a B. Just kidding. All right, I'm assuming it's going to be this one because that's what fits there. Okay. Yeah, because other B's, the bigger B goes into the A, and it's up on these two big guys up here, so definitely. All right, now we need, don't need D, don't need C. Love that purple. It's one of my favorites. Did I? Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go. Okay, I was losing my stuff, strangely enough. All right, so here's M. Oops. Lay that there. Let's work on one of each for today so far. Like we'll do one B and one A, even though they're a bit different colors as we're going along, but it still gives us an idea of how we're going to progress. So here's L. Okay, and it does tell you which one to start off with. Looks like they're saying start off with M, and then we'll work our way to J, and then L, and then F. And then F. I love that that F. It's so vibrant with the little, was it Lazy Maze or something like that? Or I remember reading it off last week. But you know, shiny objects and all. Okay, well clearly we have two different sizes here. Or are they all the same? I think they're all the same. All right, so let's put that there. And then we need K. We're missing K. K is that brown. Brown with the ladybugs. Okay, here we go. There. And then we have our S. Okay, all right, that'll be our first block. Yay! Look at us go. Okay, let's plop that there. And we'll work the way we're supposed to. All right. Seems a bit big, but whatever. All right, so M. And of course, as you know, you work on the back side. Actually, I brought my scissors because I want to trim this up. Okay. Because I don't want to keep flipping and flopping this all underneath my machine. So I'm giving it a rough cut, about a ½ inch from where I know I'm going to have to be trimming it. So it's just a little less bulky stuff to work with, okay? Hey Vicky, what's going on? Hey Vicky, happy you're here. And of course you can probably use these for other things if you wish, you know, tags for other projects. You know, don't throw it out. I'm sure you can find something to do with it. Okay, so so this one, and you're going to go in number 1. So he's going to go this way. And then number 2 was J. And J was you not? See, now I'm going to have to go back over here. Oh, no, that's M. That's J. There we go. Okay, so those are our first 2 to put on this triangle. Sitting outside is not nice in winter. No, it's not. It's freezing. Yeah, use a little clog wheel if you're finding it a little bit different. Working on Dresden plates. Oh, very nice. What color? What color are you working on? What's anybody working on? What you working on? Working towards a new quilt. Yes, we are. Raise the roof. Ooh, ooh. We're going to raise the roof. Ooh, ooh. We're trying to get me out of the house into the garage, but it needs a lot of work. Purple and blues. Oh, that sounds beautiful. I know how well the blue one turned out, especially for my mom, and then the big purple Dresden. So was that a little bit of inspiration from my 2 projects, or did you just wanted to make one? Hello, Claudette. Happy you're here. Speaking of Dresdens. Hello, Elma. No, you didn't miss nothing. We're here. Made some fabric pumpkins. Oh, how cute. What did you stuff them with? Fluff or use bits and bobs? Because I made a couple of really, really big ones and I used shredded paper. And then I left them outside and I shouldn't have. I was trying to, what do I have a lot of extra of? I had a lot of extra shredded paper. Fluff. Okay, yeah, that's probably the best idea. Are you weighing them down in the bottom at all with anything like beads or sand or buttons or something like that, or are you just letting them all willy-nilly? A little darker purple. Oh, very nice. I just booted myself and I hurt my bottom. Aw. Well, you're very flexible to be able to do that. I clearly can't. Don't do that. It's kind of hurt. Willy-nilly. Oh, very nice. I like willy-nilly. Okay, so we're lining up. And we're going to try and line up two edges of these fabrics, the one on top of the other, the W and the J. And I'm going to try and make sure that the seam allowance is within this line right here. So when I go to spread them to cover the 1 and the 2, I have enough of a seam allowance on to be able to carry over to 3. Hopefully that helps. Okay, so I'm going to try and line up these two fabrics, okay, like this, facing each other. Just like that. Thank you, Pop. You're awesome. And I'm going to place it under here, and I'm going to line it up visually to make sure that when I go and do the stitching on this side, it's stitching exactly where I need to here. So when I go to flip, it's where it needs to be. Okay, and then I can just keep working my way outwards. Okay, that's my plan. That is the first start of paper piecing. Is getting 1 and 2 on the go and figure out what exactly is 1 and what exactly is 2. All right. M and J. Okay. M. And then J. All right, now. And this is where you can hold it up to the light, and you can actually see a bit of light refraction going on of where you can, no, I'm sorry, Pop, you had it right. I was going back. And you can kind of see in the shadow effect of where you could actually stitch a seam allowance, okay? And to give you a nice 1/4 of a seam allowance stitch, okay? Just by going there. Oh, thank you very much. Big hugs. Thank you, thank you. Mwah. And you want to make sure it's covering the top as well as the bottom. Don't line anything up with any lines or anything like that except for this one right here. Don't try and, oh, I'll utilize this and I'll squish it right down so it's right. No. It's meant to trim. It's meant to trim. Yeah, there is some wastage, but, you know, it is what it is. All right, so that looks nice on the whole seam allowance. I'm actually going to pin it because I don't want it moving. I'm going to pin it on this side first, and then I'll switch it over and pin on the other side and then take this one out. Oh, the 2 girls want purple quilts? I don't blame them. Purple's actually started slowly becoming one of my favorite colors. I've worked with it a lot, and I have a couple of ideas for other purple projects. So, finishing up the binding on my daughter-in-law's pirate quilt. She doesn't know. Okay, that's a big secret. We won't talk about it. Pirate quilt. That must be so awesome. I'd love a pirate quilt. All right, so, and you can tell it's coming, the fabric is coming about here to the 7 and just past here. So there's going to be trimmage. We're going to have no choice but for trimmage. Okay. Clean up the space as we're going along here. And I did put on my high performance foot and my high performance plate. Here, I'll pop it off so I can show the side camera here. The small camera, if Pop gets a chance over there. Okay, there we go, perfect, okay. And what it does is it's gonna pretty much punch right through that tiny little hole right there. That one right there that I've just kind of covered with my finger. And then this foot here is a 1/4 of an inch foot, and it's easy to help ride the fabric or the line, riding on the line of where you need to stitch with one of these feet. So that's why I switched up to the high performance plate and the high performance foot, which is a 1/4 inch. Do you want some leftover pirate fabrics? If you want to mail it to me, sure, Deanne, I would love that. Would it go with our Halloween project? Because Pop and I are working on that this week. I've got a little side project to kind of encourage us to go into the Halloween and fall, which is you'll see next for the weekend project. You'll see that. And then we're going to get right into our Halloween quilt along, okay? So I'm very excited. It's not going to be overly huge, but it's going to be big enough to, you know, if you wanted to hang it up in your house to celebrate Halloween, you certainly could. I want a pink, purple, and light green quilt. Ooh, that would be lovely. Today I sewed without under bobbin. I hear ya. It's a sad, sad day. Those are cry-cry. Those are cry-cry moments. Sewing without a bobbin. I have a plate like that too, and it helps not to eat the fabric. Exactly. Key point there, Helly. Very good. Thank you. Yeah. It doesn't. It just helps guide it a little bit better. So, you know, and whatever is going to help with the progression of your project. Like, you got to give yourself the best tools to start off with, or you're just starting yourself off for failure. So just, if you got the best that you can do, and you have all your fabric cut, and everything's been measured and counted and read and pattern read and reread, and then you should be good to go. Hence finding issues with, you know, the pattern count. You need 12 and 12, not 6 and 12. So purple is my favorite color. Always has been. I've always been a big fan of green and brown. I was really, as a young kid, I really liked green and brown. Okay, I'll put my TV, YouTube, so I can see and hear LL and can type here, but I still breaks up. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Vicky. I'm sorry to hear it breaks up on you. All right, so here's our first two pieces coming together. First lesson in paper piecing. Some people find it easier to slap a bit of glue, right? They'll hold it up to the light, slap a little glue of where the line is, line up their fabric and give it a press, even with the iron, so it stays there, and then you just sew through. But I'm not so thrilled with sewing through glue, so I'll just put a pin. But that's just me. You know, I spent a lot on these machines. I really don't want to be screwing it up with glue. I know some, oh, I have no issues whatsoever. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just be on the safe side. I'll be paranoid. How's that? Surprise! All right, so making sure, even just kind of doing a little double flippy check to make sure everything's kind of lining up where you need it to be, and you know that, you know, your M is here where it needs to be on the 1 spot, and your J, when flipped, is going to be on the 2 spot, and you're happy with, you know, because you need to be able to make sure you're covering all those bits as it gets flipped out. So, and we'll give it a press. Irons on? Irons on. Okay. And you want to really shorten your seam stitch to like, so let's do 1.5, okay? You don't really have to back stitch. And I think I figured out Janie. I think I have. She reminds me of the song by Conway Twitty. She needs somebody with a slow hand. And I'm a little too fast for Janie. And when I'm too fast for Janie, she gives me a little temperament. So, you know, she requires somebody with a slow hand. So I need to just slow it down when I'm working with Janie. And we've got along ever since I've kind of figured that out. She needs a sewer with a slow hand. Not a sewer with a heated rush. Yeah, give that a little press. And then we're going to line up this, then be able to sew on and so on and so on, okay? Some machines are quirky, man, let me tell you. So I just got to learn them. All right, so L. All right, and I want to more be on, okay, here's what I should have done. All right, so here's where I need to fold on the 2 line. Here, actually, I'll face it towards the camera so Pop can get in there. Here's the 1 and the 2, we just sewed those 2 together. So we need to be able to trim this up within 1/4 inch of a seam allowance from the line to be able to line up where the 3rd piece is going to be able to sew onto. So we need to fold this right on the line, hopefully the best we can. And then we take our ruler. Oh, here we go, sorry. Yeah, I was buffering there for a second there too. Thanks to YouTube. And then we're just going to cut a 1/4 inch from that. So we're going to put our ruler right on the 1/4 inch and then move over from there to trim that up, okay? And then we're going to fold this back, line up our next piece right next to the one we just trimmed, so it's giving us a nice even angle, and then we're going to sew that, okay? Keep calm and so on. Yes, Beth Miller. I was talking about you earlier. So yeah, again, back to the photo blocks. I would like to. I think I'd like gray, but maybe a light gray, because I don't want anything too dark. Because I love the white of the photo blocks itself, the Polaroid. So I'm like, what should we frame them? I don't want them all next to each other. That doesn't seem to be lining up correctly the way I was hoping. Okay. Oops. Pulled the thread out. So I'm thinking a light gray to do a little sashing around each one. Piece of cardboard which isn't as thick as a ruler. Oh, you're taking for measurements. Oh, okay. You could use a ruler. Yeah, you could. Yeah, you totally could use that to fold on the line. Actually, my friend Janice sent me a cute little pink thing. I think it's 1/4 inch. So I could have used that if I would have, thought enough ahead of time to think about it, where the heck it was. All right, so we got, that is not lined up. That is folded weird. Okay, back under here, line her up. Sewing on between the 2 and the 3 line, getting the J and the L sewn together. Okay, we're making our very first template B triangle. Okay. Okay, fold that out. There we go. And then we'll just give that a nice little press. Okay, and then we'll just keep progressing to the end of this triangle section here, and then we'll work our way over there. Very nice. All right. Da-da-da. Da-da. All right, just want to make sure it's still covering the bottom part here. It's very essential that it's still covering the bottom part, all right? We have to move that down, actually. Is that too shy? Ooh, you know what? I think I have to unpick that one and move it down a bit. It's a little shy on the bottom corner here, and I don't want to have to fuss and huss about it, so I'm going to pick this one out right now, fix my boo-boo. At least it's an easy fix. I know it's tiny little stitches, but well, we got to do her. Hold on, I need the old lady glasses. What's everybody making for dinner tonight? We're having pork chops and scalloped taters. So we're having, and vegetables, much to Pop's chagrin. But yes, that's what we're having. What's everybody else having? Love to know what's going on. I made stewing beef yesterday with mushroom gravy and sweet potatoes and salad. That's what we had yesterday for dinner. Pop and I went out for omelets this morning for breakfast because we had to go get some printing done. And I had leftover chicken for lunch. Pop had tuna. Munchkin and I had leftover chicken. It was just enough for the 2 of us, and Pop didn't want chicken, so that was easy. That was kind of like fend for yourself for lunch. Baby back ribs, I'm coming over. Bonfire barbecue, holy moly. Jimmy is making me homemade guacamole, chunky style. I'll take that, as long as there's no bell peppers. Bring it on, Jimmy, bring it on. Jim, sorry, shouldn't call him Jimmy, apologize. All right, so we want to move this down just a little bit more because it was not covering all that it needed to. It didn't need to be so high up on the placement. It needed to be lower because when flipped, this is the crucial part, all of these bits need to be covered down here. I was way up. I was like way up on there, and I would have been short, and that's not right. I don't want to fight with that later. So let's fix our boo-boo now. Let's put our pin back in. Quick and easy fix, rip a few seams and re-sew. No problemo. No tears here. Would have been tears later though. Hello Maggie, how you doing? Where are you from, Maggie? Put a piece of tape on a paper. You meant like put it there? What do you mean? Oh, on the other side? I should have done that. How's it going? Carlson Jimmy. It just seems so natural, Vicky. I don't know. I call him Jimmy. Come on, Jimmy, buddy. Let's go. See, that's where I get into trouble. Be like, whoa. Laura Lynn's leading somebody astray again. Here comes trouble times 2 now. Hello, Rebecca. Going to fix taco salad. Oh, I love taco salad. Do you put like avocado and stuff on top too, as well as like the onions and tomato and go all out? That'd be like red onions, I guess. Wouldn't it for taco salad? I would think red onions. From the Florida Panhandle. Oh, wow. Where's that from where we were in Fort Lauderdale? I mean, Boca Raton. Where's the Panhandle from there? AKA Hades. Sorry. I apologize. Grilled ham and cheese. Oh, I'd take that. The whole works? Awesome. See, I can't have bell peppers, so I have to be very careful when it comes to taco salad, so. I was actually giving some of the cousins a hard time at the family reunion because they know of my allergies. They've known them for years, right? And I cater to some of their allergies. I made peanut butter cookies that were gluten-free for one of the cousins who can't have gluten. So I knew they like peanut butter. So I thought, okay, I'll make them cookies since they couldn't have any of my chocolate chip. And I was going to make a few other things, but the time, you know, the ambition of my heart was far bigger than the time allowed. So it just didn't quite go that way. Yeah, so I was giving one of them, I said, what do you mean you made a potato salad with bell peppers? What the heck's wrong with you? I said, now I can't eat it and it's all your fault. I gave him a hard time most of the night. So I'm sorry, I totally forgot. I said, yeah, next time. Come on. You can't have bell peppers either, Vicky? It's such a weird allergy. I get the strangest look when I say, okay, well, hi, I'm happy to be at your Italian restaurant, but can you tell me what the base of your lasagna sauce is? Is there peppers in it? They're like they don't give a hoot. What's the base of their Italian lasagna sauce or spaghetti sauce, right? Like they got to go get somebody from the back who may have made it, might have made it, may not have made it, you know, like, because a lot of, they'll puree it, right? So yeah, capsicums, here we go. Capsicums, that's the other name for them besides bell peppers. You're right. Thank you, Cecilette. A lot of Europeans know them as capsicums. So it's not that I hate them. I just can't have them. They make my throat close up and I get red and rashy. I mean, Pops watched it right across the table as we were having crab cakes, and there shouldn't have been any bell peppers in the crab cakes, but it must have been just enough to make me have an allergic reaction to a little bit. And, you know, that's all it takes. You know, it's not fun for me, let me tell you. Give you gas, but cooked ones don't bother you. Oh, well, that's weird. Yeah, he just hates him by dissociation. Exactly. All right, we're going to use that ruler, and we're going to fold on the line between the 3 and the 4, which would be the L and the F. Use the edge of that to kind of give a nice straight line. There we go. Bob's our uncle. Okay, there we go. Now let's trim that up to give our quarter. Okay, always be a little generous. You don't have to keep it at a quarter, but don't do anything shorter than a quarter. That's just wrong. All right, now we need our F, which is our beautiful blue. And we want to make sure it's coming down low enough. I don't need it to be up so high here, right? I need to make sure it's coming down low enough here to get that down far corner. It needs to come all the way down there. So making sure that, say, when faux sewed, or when sewed, it's flipping out to where it needs to be. I would think so. I would think so. Mosquitoes love you. They love me too. I don't like it at all. Oh, what's up? What's that? Oh, I feel for you. Love fresh pineapple and raw honey. I love pineapple. Pineapple. Stop and restart the stream if you're having buffering. It seems to help me. Okay. So says Pop. So says the Pop. Okay, we can come all the way down as far as we can go. Line that up. And so. Here's hoping. If not, we seam rip. Cause seam ripper, you're my best friend. Seam ripper, right to the very end. Okay, now we'll press that out. Hopefully that is enough to get us where we need to be. It looks like, ooh, just by the hair of our chinny chin. See if we can do that a little bit better next time around though. I don't like being so close on some of these sections. All right, so next would be between the 1 and the 5. So let's press that into the fold. Just changed to 780 and that helped. I was actually made up a song to Sophie as Pop and I came back this morning. He was, I don't know where he disappeared to, but Sophie was in the chair and I was singing her a song and I'm like, Sophie Lou, what did I say? Now I can't remember. It was in regards to her name, Sophie Lou. Oh, she's the best pupperoo. I was doing a little rhyme and jiggy jig with it. It was funny. It was making me laugh. She didn't seem to care. I guess that's all that matters. So line that up between the 1 and the 5. Make sure visually it's going to cover. Line it up. Yeah, we're good. Uh-oh, what's going on? Oh, yeah, just live dangerously, Teresa. Gotta live dangerously. If you can line it up, it's all good. It's close to there up, you know? It's like playing horseshoes. Make sure it's on the line. Looks like it is. Nice flat press. Trim her up. There we go. Move it along, little crafter, move it along. Move it along, little crafter, move it along. Well, why does it seem a little short? Maybe because I generously cut this out. Okay, that's why. It's not actually the size it needs to be. All right, shift you over some. There we goes. All right. Now this one I will put a pin in because it is a bit of a weird angle. Okay. Things to do when you're poor growing up. I used to let them bite the top of your head and then. Okay, weird. If you only knew now what you knew then. What you know then. See, I tell ya, little Jeannie needs a slow hand. Not a sewer who's in a rush. That's the one's gonna spend their time. Not sewing in a heated rush. There we go. We should be good. There, fold there, fold there. Yeah. Ooh, we're getting good. We're getting good at this. Okay, now next. So there's our bottom. Oh, sorry, go up to the sewing camera. I just wanted to make sure we were good before we continue so you can see what I got going on. Are you sewing to the second bottom line? Down here. Here. That's this, yeah. Because this is a rough cut, and this is going to be the one we're going to trim out at. That one, that second line that you were talking about, Sassalette. That's the second one. Yeah, we're going to trim at that one right there. So we want to make sure everything is past that line as best we can, or close to thereof. You know, that's our 1/4 inch line. So yeah, I know, that's why I was at first too, because I thought, oh, wait a second. No, that's my rough cut, because I rough cut that first, because I don't want to be on that line. I'd rather actually cut on that line. You know what I mean, jelly beans? So I was worried too, actually. I feel you, honey. I feel you. We should be okay. If not, pretty darn closey. So, all right, now let's do this one. This is where that black with the little wave texture comes in. Trim all this off. We need that one still. Okay. It is pretty. It's looking lovely. Absolutely lovely. Okay. Make sure it's kind of even on both sides to make sure when flipped, it's going to cover that spot. Okay. I will put a pin in here. I don't want to be too brave. I want to make sure it's going to stay where it's going to stay. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is our second. You guys saw the one that we did for the Let's Get Hillsburg Growing, but I think they canceled it for today. And this is the second one I did for the Erin Fall Fair. I'll hold it up sideways. Great way to use a panel. I used 2.5 inch strips and then 6.5 inch as I put them together, and quilted it up and then finished it up with blue binding. So hopefully it brings enough donation stuff to the fair. And then I stitched it out with dragonfly and bumblebee on the back. It looks really quite cute. So here's hoping. The people of the fall fair enjoy it, and somebody, you know, ends up getting it. So, but that's our donation from the quilt shop. Thank you very much. I had a lot of fun making it. It's kind of like, what can I do with a panel? I don't want to, you know, it's not that I didn't want to put too much effort into it. I'd put a lot of effort into the Hillsburg Family Fun Day. So, but I'm not saying that wasn't a lot of effort. Just saying. Just, you know, some effort needed to be made, and I wanted to make something nice because I've done some nice stuff in the past, and I need to try and still represent myself. So, as a donator. All right, so flip that, stretch that all the way out. Okay, give a nice good finger press. And then we're going to take our last little gray chunk here, gray with white. And we're going to, we have to go back here and fold. We have to fold on that little line and trim. This is too long. There we go, okay, here, and here. I'll make sure that is going to, hopefully, when sewing, cover the whole spot. Yeah, it should. Okay. Whew. All right. And that we will just sew across, and then we'll trim it all the way out the way the triangle is supposed to be. There we go. Give it a little press, and then we'll do some trimming. Okay, now let's trim up on the other side here. Move those out of the way. Sand fleas are nasty. Well, they can be. Yeah. There's our first triangle. Woot! Yay! That's our first one. I'm very excited. Here, we'll put it there so everybody can see it. Look how well we did. Look at us go. The way to go. and lots of scraps to go along with it. Okay, so that we need to make obviously 4 more of those, and I'll do the other 3 by next weekend. Okay, I'm just gonna try and toss everything over there. Let's try and do one of our other ones, the big blocks. Just work on purple and blue stuff, and then we'll see where it go for there. Okay. I know, isn't it pretty? It's so pretty. All right. So let's do here. Let's do the roughy cut with the. Oh, there we go. Duh. Crazy. Rough cut. Okay, so we can always use those for making labels for other projects. Don't toss it away. All right, so we'll make here. Okay, so this is A, this is S, C, E, I, D, H, G. All right, that's what we're going to be working on. Okay, let's pull those colors out. Here's our A. Here's our. Oh, there you are. There's our S. Okay, don't need no F. Okay, we need D. What is D? D is this beautiful blue. Okay, so here we go. Beautiful blue. Rocking it right there. Have to leave? Okay, bye, Rose. Enjoy the day. Have fun. Stay out of trouble if you can. I know it's hard. Ooh. Is that the small one? Yeah, that seems like the small one. Okay. Take care. Have fun. Take care. C. Here's C. Well, that's a nice big one. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. Where is E? I knew you were E over here. Ha 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 ha. You can't hide from me. You can't hide from me. I'm the gingerbread man. Oh, you're a big piece. Oh, you're a really big piece. Okay. All right. And then I. We know what I is because we cut I already. There it is. It's hiding over here. All right, there's I, and then we need H and G. H and G. G. There we go. And H. Oh, bye, Beth. Have a great weekend. See you later. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for your company. It's greatly appreciated. Hello, Sonia. How are ya? We're working on some paper piecing. Okay, that should be for the second one. All right. See what order they want this in here. So C and E. So they want us the C and the E first. Okay. And then if we go to the back, nope, that'll be this way. Yep. We'll line that up. Let's line these 2 up first, and then we can put them on the line. Okay. We'll lay them on the line. I'll try and bring it more up to the corner points than it is down at the bottom. We don't need so much at the bottom. But there we go. That's beautiful. Put a couple pins in there to hold it. Hello, Mary. Happy you're here from Dayton, Nevada. Was that it? I've heard in Dayton, Ohio. Is that another one? I was just saying bye to those leaving. Oh, okay. Sorry, Beth. I thought you was leaving too. I apologize. I think so too, Teresa. I really do. I really, really do. I know you were writing down the instructions and the cutting. If you want, I will messenger them all to you, or if everybody's interested, I'll read them all off before we end the show. So. If I stay out of trouble, I remember being young enough that it wasn't possible. Always in trouble. Ask Pop. It follows me everywhere I go. I tried to say no. Well, I thought it was just because her hubby was doing so bad these last days, and then passing away, and she is still dealing with it. Oh, what did I? Okay, I missed something. That's okay. I can read it later. Sewing on the line, doing a really short stitch to be able to rip off this paper in the end, right? Oh, thank you, Vicki, for being here and partaking in the chat and hanging out with us and your company. It is greatly appreciated. Thank you. Yeah, we'll try and find a pattern for this so you guys can, be able to bust your scraps and sew along, sort of thing. All right, so let's do a little pressing. Do these beautiful colors together, the owl and the little ladybug fabric. Isn't that cute? Love that, because the owl is here. That's what they call it. They were calling it owl fabric because it looks like the little owls right there. Can you see that? Isn't that cool? It's almost like a Mardi Gras mask or something, a masquerade mask or something like that. All right, so now we need 2 to 3. Oh, no, sorry. That's funny. It went 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well, I guess we're doing 3 and 4. Okay, let's do here. All right, there. And then we'll have to do the same on the other side, so we might as well do that right now without it impacting our other side here. It looks like we're okay. Get that right on the fold, close to thereof. This is for you guys, so I want to make sure I'm doing it right. So I want to do my best, right? Glass half full kind of gal. He told me this week she likes to look at happiness. We'll try and find one. It's Prism. Maybe you guys can do a little search for it. Prism Quilt. It's makeitcoats.com. I guess it's the people who made it. freespiritfabric.com. And of course, it's copyright 2016, so it's not that old. And it's by Tula Pink. So, I mean, her fabrics, I guess, or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a big person about the fabrics. I like what I like, and that's that. Line before stitching. Because you need to trim the first and second ones up, you need to like measure up and then do your 1/4 inch trimmage, be able to lay up your next piece. So do what first? Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, you're probably right. I apologize. I wasn't quite sure where you were going with that. Probably. Yeah, you could definitely do that. That way they were there. You could actually pre-fold probably all the paper before you even got to the sewing. So all right, there we go. See? Folded. Now it's a big fan. All right, now for 3. There we go. We needed to fold that, which we did, and then trim. Nice big chunk coming off here. Except they're all weird shapes. It's kind of hard to use them unless you're doing some really funky sort of scrappy thing that doesn't matter which way, stuff are going. All right, so now we need H for this one, and H was this one. Yes, it was. And we want to go right down from the center to the bottom as short as we can go, and then be able to flip that over. Yes. Oop. Well, get back here. All right. Be back over here. Line you up. Oh, see, I wasn't with a slow hand. Jeannie gave me attitude. I wasn't sure if you would still be attitudinal there, Jeannie. All right, now next is G, which is that light pink of the same variety, just a light, brighter pink. And pink on pink, this one was actually pink on gray. All right, line that up and sew it on down. Sorry, here it is. Here we go. So you guys can see it. Apologize for cutting off camera there. Actually, Pop and I found out this morning, a lady I used to work with at Foodland here lost her son last night. So it's that's tough. It's tough. I worked with her for 6.5 years almost. And I was just talking to her like Thursday during the, no, I guess it must have been Wednesday. Wednesday I was talking to her. And we were talking about our kids. Yeah. I don't know what happened. Apparently it was a serious accident, but I don't know what the details are. It's just really sad to know that, you know, she was talking very fondly of her son, and let alone 2 days later he ends up passing away. It just seems weird. Oh yes, completely. Oh yes. Oh, totally, Uta. Oh, Uta. Yeah, totally, completely. It's a totally different story. Suiciders think they're leaving it, you know, behind, you know, for someone else, for that no one else is going to have to deal with it. But they're just actually leaving it behind for someone else to deal with. So. Sorry, and suicide is a very selfish act. But that's my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own, so I don't want to hear any complaints or anything in the chat, because I won't stand for it. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. All right, last beautiful piece of D going on here. Make sure this is going to be enough. It should be. There's the line. Oh, it's up there. Okay, we're good. Should be enough to flip that over. Okay, put a little pin in there. No, I don't. I don't like glue on my machines. I've had a very bad experience and it ruined a machine. So I'm fine with pinning. I don't think the glue is the end all be all. For some reason, it just needs to be something else to deal with. So, and I'm fine with pinning, lining up, and moving on from there. I don't think glue is going to make or break my life. So, oh, it's completely somebody who's mentally unstable. Of course, Nico, I agree with you there. You know, and it's hard that they are that way, and you wish to help them, but if they can't help themselves, it's hard to help them in return, right? So they have to want the help too. It's a different story. They have to really want the help. There we go. There's our little fan bit, and we just have to add our black and our white. Isn't that lovely? Hey, it's a beta shark. How you doing? Look what I'm wearing. All right, so we're just going to trim this up. Actually, no, we got to fold it. We got to fold it first before we add the black and the white, okay? Put all our scrappy bits off to the side. This is what we're making. Isn't that fun? Yeah, isn't that fun? And someone gets to win it. What the heck? I know. It's for reals. Someone gets to win it. I guess we should probably do the word, shouldn't we? Because we've been having a secret word. So I guess today's word should be friends. Friends spells friends. Copy it down 48 hours from the live stream to type it into the website. Friends, 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 friends. Everybody could use a friend. Exactly, Helly. You got it, girl. All right, gotta line this up. Gotta make sure when flipped with this paper piecing that it's gonna cover the spot we need it to cover. I think I need to shift it over just a smidgy to the right. What's the link? Pop should put it out there for you. Pop should put it out there for you, or it'll be in. Feel free to copy, says Helly. Word link, please, says Wendy. It's coming, says Pop. Vicky would have it on memory from last week, so. Last week's secret word. See, only the ones who watch, pay attention will be rewarded with such beautiful quilts. That's the way it rolls. All right, now our last little tiny little S piece, which is that little creamy gray with a little flower on it. I'm gonna stick it right where it needs to be, sew it down, and then trim this square one out. And we have 2 out of our 24 needed. Okay, so go us. Woohoo! Yeah, it has to be within 24 hours or 48 hours, Vicky. Yeah, you're too late. You're too late. Sorry about your luck, you're too late. All right, there's our triangle. So we need 3 more of these to do, these beautiful ones here. There we go. We need 4 more of those. And then we need, I'll show you here. That's the one we were working on right here. That's that one right there. Okay, you can see that. Our progression. Okay. And then we need 4 more of those, and then 4 more of those. Okay. And then this is the one we just did right now. We'll need to make 3 more of those, 4 more of those, 2 of these, and 2 of those. Okay. So we'll save some of this for next week to do 1 or 2 of those. But we'll get this one trimmed up so we know what we're looking at. It's beautiful little colors together. I love that there's not a plain in sight. Everything's got a beautiful pattern to it. Isn't that lovely? Absolutely lovely. All right, now trimming this sucker up. And it cost me, what did it cost me? It cost me $8 to get all my printing done at Staples. So 12 and 12 or whatever. So that's what it cost me. It cost me about $8.50 or something at Staples. So not only you have to pay for the pattern, but you have to now pay for copies too. So there we go. Whatever. It is what it is, home slices. Isn't that pretty? Look how precise paper piecing gets you. Like, look at that. Here, let's take a look at these two so you can see them in here. Okay. Though they don't go together, but they do look nice right there, don't they? Just saying. Yes, don't forget to like. Don't forget to like all 126 of you. Don't make me come after you. Don't make me get all gangsta on ya. All right, isn't that cool? That's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun. And of course, what do you do with the extra bits? Because you got funky triangles left, right, and center. I mean, you can probably sew those together and see if you can get a cut out of it. I mean, other than that, you just do some fun, scrappy sewing on a foundation, either paper or, you know, even a bit of scrappy fabric, and go from there. So, you know, I'm not quite sure what to do with it. They are pretty, aren't they? Thank you, Maggie. I appreciate it. So, amazingly enough, this is what's left over. So this project ends up being 53 by 53 inches in the end, and that is, okay, here. So that's a good size, a good cuddle, maybe for the couch, or you know, can always make it a little longer. I love the colors too, June. They are very pretty. And that's one of the things that really actually drew me to the kit to begin with, was the whole, the beautiful colors in it. So, around the world block. Is that what it is? Is that what it looks like? I don't know. I just loved all the color together. It kind of looked like a whole, like, you know, a kaleidoscope. Yes, exactly, like a kaleidoscope. So hence the prism, I guess, from there. So, all right, thanks everybody for watching, liking, and subscribing. We greatly appreciate it here at the Mama Pop Quilt Shop. Continue watching next week, where you'll get your next word, and you'll have to enter within 48 hours of the live stream. And we'll continue working on our paper piecing templates A and B, progressing along, and hopefully we'll have maybe a row or two to sew together in the process, so to be able to show what we're working on, okay? So take care, everybody. Big hugs from us, from Pop and I and Munchkin, and we hope you have an amazing rest of the weekend and enjoy the sunshine, okay? Big hugs. Thanks for all the help in trying to raise the roof of the garage so we can get the quilt shop out there. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. You have no idea. Really, every little bit counts. Every little bit counts. Thank you. Big hugs. Bye.